The last topic in this lesson is the factor theorem. We will be using the factor theorem to solve this. Show that x plus 8 is a factor of 2x cubed plus 15x squared minus 11x minus 24. Then find the remaining factors of the polynomials. Now, here we have this. What they're asking is, this is the given polynomial equation. You need to show that this is a factor. It is hard to understand in equations. I will just give you a simple example. Let's take a number, say 24. Okay. Now, they are asking to show if 8 is a factor of 24. Can you write 8 in terms of multiple of some other number equals 24? All you need to do is divide 24 divided by 8. What happens? 24 divided by 8 is 3. So the answer is 3. Now I know 3 times 8 is also 24. So this is basically it. If it is divisible and the remainder is 0, when I divide 24 by 8, what is the remainder? It's 0. There's no decimal, it's a whole number over here. So that means you will have no remainder. There is 0 remainder and it is a factor. Same way, now you need to divide this by x plus 8. Now, when you divide this, the remainder is 0. This is a factor, and whatever this is a factor, okay? And whatever the answer you get when the remainder is 0 is basically a depressed polynomial, because whatever you're dividing with is a factor. Okay, that is the thing. Now, this is what we are trying to do, divide. Let's see over here one by one. This is again synthetic substitution, very simple. Write all the coefficients. We have done this. Now if you're confused with synthetic division, go back to the synthetic division lesson. It's one of the lesson in the last module at the end, so please watch that and then continue this. Now here, take x to the other side, it'll be minus 8, and write the coefficients. And now this comes down to multiply it with negative 8, answer is 16. Add them up, it'll be minus 1, multiply with 8, you'll get 8 over here, positive 8. Add them up, you will get 3, minus 3, sorry, times minus 8 is positive 24. Add them, the remainder is 0. Now, if the remainder is 0, then this term is a factor. Over here, whatever is the sign must be changed when you're solving in synthetic division. Why? Because x plus 8 make it equal to 0. What is x is equal to? Minus 8. So minus 8 is used, x value. Now, what next? Over here, this is a factor theorem. You got the remainder 0. That means x plus 8 is a factor. Now, you know 2x cubed plus 15x squared minus 11x minus 24 can be factored. How? The quotient, whatever the quotient you get, that is 2. Over here you start with constant x squared, so it is 2x squared minus x minus 3. So this is multiplied with this in order to get this. So if you multiply these both, you will get the answer. You can try this by distributive property. If you multiply this, first term will be 2x cubed, and then you need to solve the remaining terms. You will get this answer. So this is the depressed polynomial. Which is the depressed polynomial? After, when you divide a factor, when you divide the factor, whatever the answer you get, the quotient. Now you can, if you want, factor this further. You're just simplifying this. Now if you're multiplying this, you're going to get the same answer. We have factored this out. Factoring is already learned. We have already seen few of the factoring problems, so same concept is used. If you want, I'll just solve this one over here. 2x squared minus x minus 3. So there are various ways to factor. One way is calculator, mode 5-3. If you're not using mode 5-3, you need to find a value in order to, when you multiply these two, 2 times 3, minus, it'll be minus 6 over here. 2 times minus 3 is 6. When you multiply two terms, you must get the answer. When you add them, you must have minus 1. So you need to think of two terms that will give you that. So here, since your answer is 6, it can be either 6 times 1 or 1 times 6, or it can be 2 times 3 or 3 times 1. So obviously the answer will be 2 times 3. Why? Because you need to add them, and the answer must be -1. Let's take 3 and 2, and now let's put minus over here. -3 times 2 is -6, and when you add them you'll get -1. So these are the two factors. You can split this -3x plus 2x minus 3, and now you can remove the factors out. That is, x is removed over here, you will have 2x minus 3, and over here you're removing nothing basically, so it is just 1, 2x minus 3. Now you can see these two terms are the same, so what is gone? It'll be x plus 1 times 2x minus 3. So this is how we get it if you're not using the calculator. If you're using the calculator, it is mod phi 3. We have solved many problems, but you will get x is equal to, it'll be like this, x is equal to some term. Okay, so it'll be it'll be plus 3 by 2. Okay, so what you must do is you need to solve this. Take the x2 to the other side, it'll be 2x equals 3, and bring this to the other side. 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So 2x minus 3 would be the answer. Here it would be just x is equal to -1, bring it inside x plus 1. So these would be the two terms. Whichever method is comfortable, the calculator is very easy, obviously you can do that, and then just rearrange and write them. And now you can write the factors. All the factors of this particular thing is x plus 8, 2x minus 3, and x plus 1. There is one last thing. If you're really confused with all this method and you're blanked out in the exam and they have told whether this is a factor, you can do one thing: multiply all the terms. Obviously this term must be there in the option. You will have four options, right? Multiply it. Binomial, you can use the FOIL method. Multiply this, this. We have done binomial multiplication of binomial or polynomial multiplication is already done in the previous lessons. Do multiply, you'll get one answer, then multiply it with x plus 1. The answer must be this. Whichever will give you this function in the question is your correct answer. But the problem is there'll be four options: A, B, C, D. You need to do all of them. First see which has all x plus 8 factor. That must be there. If one option doesn't have, ignore that. Then you will have three options and you need to solve them. Multiply all of them and check whether you're getting this answer. If you get that, that's the answer. So that is it in this lesson. It's a very short lesson. If you have any doubts, please do post them in the chat. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Happy learning and all the best for your studies.